Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Leanne and it is so lovely to have you here. In today's video I'm just going to share a little bit of me doing a bit of homemaking, mainly in my kitchen. I spend a lot of time in my kitchen. I really enjoy cooking and making nice things for my family really. I knew today that I was going to be making a toad in the hole and an apple crumble. Have the grandbabies coming back after school for some dinner, so I thought, you know what, this is what this season is to me. It's home cooked food that cozy feels. It's a rainy, miserable, cold day and I feel really blessed and privileged that I don't have to go out to work. I had no errands to run today, so this was one of those beautiful days that just bring back all the cozy feels. Just being able to potter in my cozy little home, making some food for my family. So I'm gonna put the kettle on, I'm gonna get some bit of toast and a nice coffee. You do the same, kick back, relax and enjoy. Not every day is like this, obviously. Please don't think I live my life like this every day. That being said, days like this are some of my favourite. There's something about this time of year, isn't there, where you can just be cosy and it just brings back a lot of wonderful memories. It reminds me of when our girls were little and it literally feels like yesterday. There's certain smells and sounds and things like that that just take me back to those days when the kids were little, and I have such fond memories. But don't get me wrong, I also remember feeling completely overwhelmed. I remember trying so hard to be the best for them, but sometimes I think I put too much of my energy and focus on the wrong things at the time. And it's so easy, like looking back now, it's so easy to have regrets. Do you know what I mean? Like the things that felt the most important to you at the time, looking back now, you think, oh, they weren't important at all. Like, it didn't really matter. Now, I don't think that any of that's damaged my girls, because they actually have really, really positive views of their childhood, which just makes me so happy and so grateful that they do, because that's all I've ever wanted, is for them just to know how loved they are, how cherished they are, and just know that I did my best. We did our best by them. I'm so proud. I'm beyond proud of the women that they are. Honestly, they're wonderful wives and mothers, and it makes my heart so happy to see them like that. And when I do compliment, they'll always say, oh, but we learnt from the best. And whilst that does, make me feel really proud, because that was my job. Do you know what I mean? Like, my focus was on my family, so it does make me feel really proud. But I have to say to them, girls, thank you, but you raised me. And that is the truth. Like, I didn't have a clue. I was learning, I made mistakes. I think we can all be so hard on ourselves. The biggest lesson I've learned in life, and that I hope that I can pass on to people, is to not compare yourself. Don't put that pressure on you. Each family is different. Their needs are different. Circumstances are different. Relationships are different. So it's not a one size fits all. It's a very unique environment, and it takes time to adapt and evolve and get into the flow of things. And as soon as you've got into a flow and you think you've got it nailed, you hit another season in your life. Whether that's the toddler age, the teenage age, life is constantly changing, and we have to learn to adapt and change with it, because like I said, this is not who you are for your whole life. Like, you can look back at your own life and think, I remember being really highly strung about this and really highly strung about that, and those things didn't bother me, and the tables can completely flip and turn, and things that didn't bother you then really bother you now, and so on and so on. But what I think is beautiful is all of those things shape you into the person that you are today. So it's like, I don't know if any of you remember that movie Sliding Doors. I don't really remember the details of that movie. I just remember the pivotal point that really resonated with me, where her life takes a dramatic change if she gets on the train, and then it's different if she doesn't. And that's the thing, you know, I wouldn't change anything, because then I wouldn't be where I am today with my family the way that they are. So embrace the season that you're in, because it doesn't last. And that's the key thing, it doesn't last.
Beneath the starlit sky, our love's secret line, like leaves we soar so high. Beneath the moonlight, the soft touch your hand in mine gets me every time.
Okay, apple crumble. I feel like an apple crumble's dead basic, but I know at the same time that when I first become a housewife and a mother, I didn't have a clue about doing anything, literally nothing. I learned from scratch. So there might be someone out there that literally doesn't have a clue, and that's okay. You'll learn, you'll pick up these things. Honestly, trust me, it's not the end of the world. And there's some things that can look really, really difficult, but give you a fantastic result, and everyone will be really impressed. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like an apple crumble is one of those things. It's super, super tasty, but super, super easy. All you need is some flour, some sugar and butter for the crumble topping. I am adding oats with berries in because I have them in my cupboard, and I went through a stage of having overnight oats, and I'm not doing that anymore. I've gone off of it, so they're going to end up getting chucked if I don't use them up in some way or another. So today's the day. Use a little bit of them up. So basically, the rule of thumb is with crumble for me is 1 part sugar. So I'm just going to be really basic, right? So if you want to use 50 grams of butter, 50 grams of sugar, and then it'll be 100 grams of flour, plain flour. All you need to do is very cold butter, rub it between your fingers with the flour, and with a fork or whatever, chuck your sugar in, mix it up. Then I added 50 grams of the oats. You don't have to add the oats, but you can add the oats.
Lost in the city lights, our love's electric, right? You make me feel alive. I know July is gone, you make me feel at home in the neon glow. you're there, ease my mind.
Apples, just chop them up. I use 2 tablespoons of brown sugar and 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. Mix that together.
During the darkest times, as the leaves change color, I dive into you.
Chuck it around your apples.
There's nothing to do but bask in the glory of the winter sun. Maybe this is the season of love. As the leaves change color, I dive into you in summer.
Cook your apples in a tablespoon of butter until they're just all looking, you don't want them to be mushy, just a few minutes, that's it.
Maybe this is the season of love. Maybe this is the season of love.
Pop them in your dish. This dish is amazing because this can be whacked in the freezer. So even if you made a couple of crumbles, whack one in the freezer for you to pull out another time. But the dish could go straight in the oven. So you just put your apples in there, let them cool, because you don't want to put the crumble mix on there while the apples are hot. When the apples have cooled, just pop your crumble mix on, set it aside until you want to cook it later. You're looking at, if you're doing it the same day, like half an hour in the oven on 200, or I whacked this in the air fryer on, I think I did bake, which would be 160, and I did it for 20 minutes. So yeah, whatever your preference is really. We served ours with ice cream and it was delicious, let me tell you.
I'm hushing the dog on the chain. I'm running up stones on the edge of the bank. Rally the troops for another refrain. I sing this softly to myself. I sing this softly to myself. I'm buried beneath the sand. There's no way to speak or reach out my hand. Watching the paper slowly unfold. Bracing for news that I can't bear alone. I'm singing this song to myself. I sing it softly.
And I want to keep things real with you guys. I always try to do that. Some days I can't do it all. I know, shock. But I'm not perfect. And you're never going to be perfect. But some days it's okay to leave the things. It doesn't matter. I know watching this video you're probably thinking, well, Leanne, it sure looks like you've got it all together and you've got it all done. But let me tell you, right now in my bedroom I have the biggest, and I mean the biggest pile of laundry, clean laundry, that needs to be sorted and put away. I keep putting it off. I feel overwhelmed at the thought of doing it. I don't have the motivation to do it. I keep making excuses why not to do it. And in reality, it'll probably take me 20 minutes. But that's how I'm feeling about it today. So that's fine. I'll probably do it tomorrow. I might not. I might do it today. I don't know. It depends, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world.
Give me love, give me all your love, oh, 'cause I want you. No one else makes me feel this way, don't know what you do.
So the kids are going to be home from school soon, so I thought I'll quickly set the table while dinner's started, so that it's all ready. I've made their drinks for them. I've got a movie set up. We're going to pop on Mary Poppins. I think it's actually the newer Mary Poppins. I like finding a little family movie that, you know, they probably haven't watched yet, because they get really engrossed in it, and yeah, it's just like we like doing that. And then I need to fold up the laundry before it gets all creased. Sometimes I forget. It's only because when I was at the table I had the buzzer go off for the tumble dryer, so I went out there, did that. You can see my toad in the hole is in the oven cooking away nicely. I'm so excited for this dinner tonight. These are the kind of dinners that I love. Typical comfort food. That's all I can put it down to. Just typical comfort food with a nice bit of mash and gravy. Can't beat them kind of dinners. Excuse me, that's my phone being text.
What movie?
This is Mary Poppins. We love sitting down together for dinner. When our girls were little, were at home, we started a thing where we would go around the table and we'd say what the worst thing that happened to us that day. So what's something that made you feel sad, and then what was the best thing that happened to you that day. And it is such a good way to get the kids to open up about their day. It's a really great way of getting your kids to open up about something that they might not necessarily just want to come out and talk to you about. And when you're not actually, you know, you're all tucking into your dinner really, and so you're listening but you're not staring at someone. So sometimes it's easier to do that. Have you ever realised that you've had the best conversations when you're going for a walk with somebody or you're driving? Because really, their focus isn't 100% on you, and sometimes it's easier to open up about things. And do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. So anyway, that's what we do with the kids, and they actually really enjoy it. They get excited about that part of talking about, you know, the best and worst. But yeah, it's nice. And then I decided to help Martin this evening with the dishes. I don't normally do that. Normally he is quite happy to stand out there and do it on his own, and he was this evening. But the kids were really happy, just sat in the living room in front of the TV watching Mary Poppins, eating their pudding. They were happy as Larry. So I thought, do you know what, I'll help him get it done quickly. And then we sat down with Indy and we went through her reading book and her spellings, and she's doing so amazing. Honestly, I love seeing them thrive like that. It's just incredible. But then we took them home that evening, and then when we came back we were going to have the apple crumble and ice cream. Delicious. Honestly, it was so yummy. We had that. We sat down and watched an episode of Elementary. I'm really enjoying that at the moment. It's like a modern day Sherlock Holmes. Really good. We watched that, and then we had a nice bubble bath. I had the bubble bath first, and then Martin did. Do you do that in your family? One of my happy days, do you know what I mean? Like, it's my happy place, being at home. I'm a real home bird. So I really hope that you've enjoyed today's video. Let me know if there's things that you've been putting off. We all do it, don't we? We're all guilty of it, but it's not the end of the world. It'll be there tomorrow. And yeah, I appreciate each and every one of you for coming back and keep watching me. Let me know if you've enjoyed today's video, and I'll catch up with you in the next video. Take care, guys. Lots and lots of love. God bless.